because the airplane had captured the public's imagination, there are many men who go into that part of the war. Chief among them, Quentin Roosevelt. Quentin Roosevelt, the youngest of Teddy Roosevelt's son. Teddy Roosevelt was a passionate supporter of World War I, encourages all his boys to fight at the front. Kermit and Theodore as well fight. Quentin is shot down in July of 1918. In an earlier rotation, we had a letter from Rudyard Kipling, who lost his own boy in France in 1915, consoling Teddy Roosevelt about the loss. Now, Kipling doesn't want to say he's dead, but Kipling, you can tell in the letter, kind of knows he is, but nonetheless says, you know, I'll leave you now. I know how hard this is. As it turns out, Quentin had been shot down. And here you can see there's in this scrapbook put together by Eleanor Butler Roosevelt, this captures the scene. And many American soldiers would go to this grave and take pictures. We have other pictures of groups of soldiers around it. Because Quentin Roosevelt, when he died, it was famous. It was front page news across the nation. Because Teddy Roosevelt had lost his son in this very painful way. But I think it's indicative of two things. One, that this war touched all of Americans, whether you were an elite or whether you were a working class American. Whether it touched you equally is a larger conversation, but it touched you, right? The second thing is it demonstrates the very fraught reality of the war for millions upon millions upon millions of soldiers. Tens of millions of people die at the front. Quentin Roosevelt is just simply one of a larger group of people. And this burial is demonstrative also of this idea of memorializing the war in some way and the contributions they've made